give a fuck what you think about it. I just as well kill you today.
Hey G-Fans, Gojifan 1000 here, continuing with my discussion on Kong Skull Island the movie. So the second trailer came out and I was just really excited to see that. And so there were a few details and some little mysteries in the trailer that I wanted to discuss in this video. So like the first scene, where everybody's there, Samuel L. Jackson, and when they show this picture of Skull Island, if you look closely, it looks like a face. I know it's called Skull Island, but look closely. Look very closely at it. It looks like the side of someone's face. It almost looks like King Kong. Just keep looking at it. Alright. Other than that, they all go to this island. Then you see like this mysterious fog or something. I don't know if that's fog or like a mountain they're going to. They are using planes. Also, I noticed that they're using bombs or something. They said something about like dropping bombs to scale the island, I guess. So maybe they're like motion sensor bombs or something. I can tell by this image or something, like they're just scanning. This guy right here seems like he's enjoying the sight. Like, yeah, watch those trees burn. Oh yeah, look at my cool sunglasses. So I guess the plot is that it's this group of people just going to Skull Island just to discover it and see like something. It has something to do with John Goodman's character, like in the scene where he says he wants to prove that monsters exist. So we get to discover more of the cast and crew, like the main characters such as these two. I still haven't figured out what their names are, but in this scene they are heading to Skull Island, and at this moment you see like that one pilot, he's like, hey, is that a monkey? Well, of course it's a monkey, or like a gorilla. Never call King Kong a monkey. You know why? This is why. This is what happens when you fuck with Donkey Kong. Damn it, I mean King Kong. By the way, speaking of King Kong, look at how badass he looks. Look at his design. Now, he looks like a beast. And as you can tell by the people's facial expression, they are fucked. I feel so sorry for them. Not because of this, because of this. King Kong is just decimating their crew, just laying waste to all those helicopters. And the past King Kong couldn't even stand up to biplanes, but this King Kong, you do not want to mess with this King Kong. Which brings up my next point. Is this going to be like a man versus monster movie? Because you see John Goodman in one scene, like Samuel L. Jackson plays this character. He's like the colonel, I guess, or senator, and John Goodman, he gets them to the island, but I guess it's like a trick. He wants to prove that monsters are real, and he said that the only way they can return back to the city is if they bring proof that Kong exists. I don't know, their characters are complicated, and Samuel L. Jackson here, you know that black guy in every movie. Yeah, so his character, I think he's gonna have a bigger role in this movie, because just the way, like at the end of the first trailer, you see Samuel L. Jackson over somebody. It looks as if he was trying to kill somebody, and then King Kong shows up out of nowhere, and that's when the first trailer ended. But this trailer gives a better explanation of like what's going on with this character. He's like, why'd you bring me here? What's happening? This monkey's throwing shit, like throwing freaking trees and shit at everything. What's going on? I'm so sorry, that's my Samuel L. Jackson impression. It's not good. Either way, we get to see more of the crew. This guy, the Ivan Drago lookalike, and I don't know who this is, but I think she's gonna be one of the main characters, or just like a side character that just gets killed in the battlefield. Other than that, we get to see like a very good look at how the natives constructed their villages around the island. And we also get to see some of the symbol marks. I don't know what they stand for, but they look as if it's like a type of language or a code or something. It is painted onto their faces. And maybe the main characters will confront these people, get into a little confrontation. But either way, the natives, they look very different from the Peter Jackson's King Kong natives. So this is just flat out telling me that this is not a prequel to King Kong 2005. Oh, thank God, I have that off my head. Because it would explain how the giant Kong works. And our new character, John C. Reilly, yeah, the guy from Walk Hard, the guy from Anger Management, and Dr. Steve Rule, all in one to play this old guy named Scrunchy. That's not really his name, I'm just, nitpicking. But I see that he's lived on that island with the natives for quite a while and has learned to understand them. Because in a later scene, he describes how Kong functions, like his role on the island. He tells us that he's like this type of god on this island. And as you can see from this image, you can see like the little painting, I guess, they did of King Kong. It looks pretty good. And you can see 4 natives bowing down to him. And I can tell why. I mean, look at the guy. He basically is a god. I can't really imagine something like this walking among us today. Which would explain why they worship him so much. Anyway, on to what John C. Reilly's character says. He tells the story that Kong is supposed to be the god on the island. But I was expecting King Kong to fight like a new character or an old character like Gorosaurus, that dinosaur, and nobody really remembers him. Or Ebra, like the canceled King Kong movie, they will finally bring him back. But no, we actually got something different and original. What John C. Reilly's character describes the monsters as, he says King Kong is like the god, and these things that walk among the island are the devil. And he calls these creatures skull crawlers. And I actually like the design they chose for them. I can actually see a bit of details and rendering. I can see like the skull crawlers look more like a combination of, that monster from Pacific Rim named Otachi. They look like him but without wings. And in this scene we get to see like this really cool bison looking thing just walking out of the water. I guess they're gonna fight it, or it's probably gonna mind its business. I don't know if King Kong's gonna step in and kick its ass. I mean, we can already tell. Look at this image. He's just laying waste to everybody. Anyway, this movie really seems to live up to its title, with the whole King Kong design, the giant spider scene in the trailer. It's not Gurmakarus. I really wish it was Gurmakarus. Not Gurmakarus. Kamunga from the Godzilla movies. I wish it was that. But nah, it's not going to be in there. But the trailer overall, it looks pretty great. I like the action sequences in the trailer. And John C. Reilly for like that other part. I'm pretty sure he's not going to make it in the movie. Judging by like the last scene in the trailer where he says we're all going to die together and that skull crawler just runs up to the screen. And onto the skull crawlers, I really like the design they chose for him, because usually in a King Kong movie you would see Kong fighting like dinosaurs, giant crabs and lizards or something, just like ancient monster stuff, but we got something completely different, something original. And these skull crawlers, maybe like at the end there's like a queen or a king skull crawler, and at the end, like this scene right here where King Kong's pounding his chest and gives the mighty roar, maybe it's like the final fight scene in the movie, or like the part where King Kong vanquishes his opponent and he just gives his victory screech like, come at me, bruh. So yeah, I think this King Kong movie is gonna be really, really great. I like the way the trailer is. I like the characters, the cast and crew. I love the decision they chose, especially with John Goodman. As you know, John Goodman was in 10 Cloverfield Lane, and Samuel L. Jackson, he's Samuel L. Jackson. Everybody loved him. And John C. Reilly, great guy. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more content like this, like, share, comment, and subscribe.